So Elphaba is TikTok's biggest disgrace and a true definition of a lol cow. Everything's a lie, she constantly battles for attention, and she's a grim example of who she claims to represent. Recently we've had her being kicked out of her house, serious SA allegations from another creator, being banned off of multiple platforms, as well as a bunch of lies, cringe, and deflection. This is the sad and unfortunate content cycle of Elphaba Orion Doherty. So hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Jake Baz, and despite my worst efforts to get rid of her, Elphaba's name is still on the tip of my tongue. Nearly a year now I've been covering her across multiple videos, and it never fails to amaze me how she genuinely doesn't have a spine. If you're not sure who she is, I'm really sorry you're here, but she's a TikTok liver who constantly finds herself surrounded in scandal. In the past year we've had her scamming her fans, purposely going out while infectious with the genuinely medieval plague which is scabies, doxing people, stealing money meant for her transition to spend it on Gucci bags, lying about so many disorders, and as the amount of videos that I've done on her prove, I could go on for ages. Once she's caught out, she screams and shouts and refuses to apologize, and we end up with clips like this.
So I am entitled to go where the I want, thank you very much. Because I will not be sat in a box and be controlled by people and be told what to do like a child.
Not sure how it's childish to hide away when you have an infectious disease that can harm many people, but this is what she thinks is right. So this video has a lot to sift through on her because it's been about 2 months and there has been so much that's gone on around her as per usual, which just paints her in literally the biggest lolcow light possible. She's royally done herself in quite a few times, and I think it's so evident to me that she is genuinely the worst creator on TikTok. Full stop. Please don't forget that if you enjoy the video, hit the like button and subscribe. It helps me out a lot as a channel. We're getting to 30k and I would love to see you back. So before some of the laughable offences, like quite frankly, very laughable, we got quite a couple of serious bits to do first. Most recently, there has been allegations that have surfaced around Elphaba SAing someone at an event. Obviously, everything that is here is alleged and not proven, and from the latest stuff that I know, there is the police that are handling this case, and we will not go further than that. So there is a TikToker called Harley who is not exactly a TikToker, but is a creator on the platform, very small creator, and he claims that at a recent Nicki Minaj concert, Elphaba had SA'd him. Elphaba is someone who has had this thrown at her multiple times, these sort of instances, and they've kind of been brushed over the rug, but they're very worth mentioning because it's death by 1,000 cuts. If stuff like this has happened multiple times, it's more than likely that we are going to have to believe that it's true. Once again, allegations, not proven. Elphaba has gone out to flatly deny this state, and we're going to look at the response that she made as well, but after this situation had been exposed, Harley, in a recent deleted TikTok, came out and showed some messages between him and Elphaba, and it really doesn't paint a good picture.
As you can see, Instagram link, there's Elphaba, hi, 5th of June at 9:46.
These messages have been flatly denied by Elphaba as not existing, but then also they've been told that these have been deleted by Harley, so I'm not sure where to take it from here. In this, she obviously says, hey, hi, did you enjoy more? Nicki Minaj or me? Definitely you, Elphaba. Always you. And although there isn't a clear look at the response, there's this here, where in between the very kind words, need to remember what this person has potentially been put through. There is a statement that last night, all you did was harass me. I have evidence I can put on you. I have videos, witnesses, and you thought it would be good to harass me for nearly 4 hours whilst I was waiting for Nicki Minaj. You tried to hug me, tried to grab my thing, and saying so much stuff to me. It's not right that you get away with everything you do. Then going to insult Elphaba, which obviously you don't really need to do in this situation, but at the same time, look at what's happened. With the response being, whatever, I have lawyers and I'm famous, so good luck. And I should be laughing, but oh my god, this does just scream of Elphaba. This is how Elphaba would treat a lot of the stuff. She tends to go on these rants saying that, oh, look at me, I'm so famous, I'm so popular, nobody knows about it. Good luck with your chances, because I'm famous, I've got lawyers in a bit. Obviously, like I said, this TikTok has been deleted and it's further down the line. There has been nothing said that somewhat disproves the actual images, so for now, it is just allegations. If anything, these messages are very on brand with Elphaba, with being very egotistical, even in the face of something very disgusting. You can't just try and P. Diddy your way through stuff like this, because it doesn't end up well on your part. And I don't think your lawyers are telling you, if these are real messages, to respond like that, Elphaba. Elphaba did respond on a TikTok live, and we're going to go through some bits here. And in this TikTok, she's dressed in potentially just a rag that she's cut stuff out of. If there's one thing we do know, is that she's known for fashion.
So I'm going to actually send this to the police because I know this is going to be recorded. So hi police, I am saying this live. Here we go. There has been a person on this app who shall not be named for legal reasons, who has accused me of SA, which is totally ridiculous. And I generally just want to say my point of view, if that's alright. I'm going to say this in the most mature way possible. And I don't know if you all agree with this. Like, you may hate me, okay, fair enough.
I'm sure you're going to clip up a 74-hour live stream of what you've done, Elphaba, to send to the police. Also, going with it, I don't know if you agree with me or not, at the start of something so serious is just a little bit off, you know? The room has been read terribly.
Let's not lie about SA, and let's not do something like this. Because, can I just ask you an honest question? And I genuinely want you to all kind of... If someone was genuinely SA'd at that concert, there would be security looking, there would be people seeing, there would be some sort of action. If I was to do something like that, we would get in the by his boyfriend. I actually have witnesses who I was with the entire time.
Saying that you have people on your side which are corroborating the opposite story because they didn't see it, well, if he's got multiple people who have seen it, that does change things, doesn't it? Doesn't matter if your mates who I haven't seen in any of the clips from the Nicki Minaj concert, I don't know where they are there to corroborate, but they didn't see anything. Well, that's not the point. And also with the security, well, the security wouldn't have done anything. I've seen multiple instances of people getting SA'd in certain events and they just allow it. Like, Christ almighty, I've been done before in a public venue and nothing happened. There was no security, nothing happened from it. You can't use that as a qualification as to why it didn't happen.
And also, why would you go on social media first and say that? Do you get where I'm coming from? Like, why would you say you got SA'd publicly on a platform and targeting a specific individual? And also, why would you tag someone so happily the next day and say, Elphaba Orion Doherty, I took a picture of Elphaba?
So because they sent positive things afterwards, that means that it didn't happen. Okay, alright. They tagged you in a photo, and the thing is, with trauma, it does take a while to come to the fore. Whether you like it or not, that is something that happens. Also saying that you came straight out with this stuff, well, this stuff happened in June, if not May. I can't remember exactly when the concert were, but as you could see from the images that was shown by Harley, there is a stamp date on this of the 5th of June. I also know loads of people that absolutely despise Elphaba, but when they've seen her, they've taken a photo of her and they put her on a story. Meeting a lolcow is a big event. It's a big event, and it's one that I hope I don't meet with Elphaba, especially because I've spent quite a few times in Manchester when she's been there. I don't know how I didn't see her. It's just not the right tact considering what's going on, and I think your lawyers, if you do have any lawyers, would definitely be telling you not to say anything like this.
That doesn't add up. Like, surely if you are a victim of some sort of like that, like, what happens? You know what I mean?
Sorry, that is just so disgusting and wrong, and very wrong. That is exactly why celebrities and notable people get away with stuff like this.
Because it's a mockery of real SA victims. And what I've seen in the chats is there's been a lot of backdoor chats and Discord saying that oh, I'm teasing them first. I'm teasing the crowd.
Are you cutting out that bit to send to the police, Elphaba? I don't know, it's just a little bit insensitive considering what you've been accused of. Let's not forget that she also lies about multiple disorders to multiple victims in multiple scenarios. If Elphaba is going to play with this what aboutery around the situation, well, what about everything that you've done where you've lied about everything like that? Just a thought that came in my mind and probably should be addressed.
You shouldn't be online about it, and you should go to the police straight away. This is the online thing, right? This is where people wanna come at me. But girl, like, you have to listen, like, this isn't just like fun and games. This is like a real situation where I'm generally facing a lot of unnecessary hate.
The problem is, she's kind of true. She does have a lot of situations where people give her hate for absolutely nothing. I do believe that a lot of people on TikTok especially will do that, where they'll just try and point at the way that she walks. Let's focus on the serious accusations, and there's a serious one in front of her and she's deflecting. Very smart move that I've definitely not picked up on.
You have 2 witnesses. So if you want to know what happened that night, I was with Navid, and we were waiting for Nicki Minaj. We waited for a few hours. I sat down most of the time because my legs hurt. I stood up and there pretty much all the time, and I was like, ugh, I want to sit down. I spoke to Navid's friend pretty much all the entire time, and we just kind of chilled and chat. People came up to me for photos, said hello, kind of Scooby-Doo.
Trying to explain a way of how you did not essay someone and just mentioning that, oh, you were sitting having a chat, people were taking photos with you because you're famous. Read a room, please!
No, I didn't, and don't try and gaslight me into saying words that aren't true. Do you know what I mean? I just wouldn't. I'm sorry, that's something that does not happen with me.
What Elphaba also likes to do is in these situations where she's been caught out at first, she will pretend to act serious towards the camera and just talk in a monotone voice, not actually, expletive or anything like that, but she still has the same characteristics that come out. As I said at the start, from this point, there is nothing from Harley, and I tried to reach out to Harley and didn't get a response, but obviously with this entire thing going on, if they've gone and spoken to the police, they're going to want to keep this thing private, so it's definitely something that is private matters at this time. These are all allegations. If Harley does have the evidence that he says he does, we will see that in time, but it's just another instance because there's been multiple accusations similar to this that Elphaba has gone through in the past, including obviously her actually lying about being SA'd. And like I said, in this scenario, she did manage to throw out quite a few things that mention how famous she is, how unfortunate, how wrong she's getting done by everyone. But there's a lot of serious things that she's done, and when she comes out and gloats, it just really makes everything worse. It makes people hate you even more. The narcissistic complex just continues to go further and further, and it really gets embarrassing. And one example that I've got here from her in a little bit of a lighter note is from the Nicki Minaj concert herself, where she's explaining how famous, how popular, how gross she is. Maybe not gross. Also, as this comment puts perfectly, you forget you're wearing your own face. That is right, she's wearing a t-shirt with her own face on it while she does this.
I stopped a quarter of the arena at Nicki Minaj's concert by walking. And girl, I haven't got these haters to prove anything. So I'm like, yeah, right, honestly, I'm not even kidding you, swear down. I literally stopped half the crowd of the arena. That didn't happen.
Well, I've seen the clips, Elphaba, and that's not the case. Outside of this, she had a couple of people staring at her because, oh my god, it's Elphie. And inside, I don't think I'm seeing half of the venue stare and look at her. I don't know about you, but I'm sure she quite literally created the Nicki Minaj concert. She is the reason that everyone is there.
So, if I say that didn't happen, that would be me lying. So I don't want to lie to you, because that did happen. You know what I mean? I'm sorry that I'm famous on TikTok.
Pretty good at lying, aren't you, Elphaba? You've got quite a couple of them ones in the bank.
Infamous. No. I'm sorry that I'm infamous.
Infamously a scab. Yeah, you're right, Elphaba. You are very infamous on the app for all the wrong reasons. I think the smartest thing you've ever done is dox yourself.
I didn't ask to be infamous. I didn't actually do it. I want to be famous, not infamous. In your dreams, No, I'm very infamous.
So remember, keep that one in check, because that is Elphaba Orion Doherty. She loves herself, and she loves to project to herself that she is this infamous person on the app. Yeah, you are. You're very infamous. But kind of in the same of that some criminals are very infamous because of the stuff that they have done. Don't really mean it's a good thing. Not all controversy is bad, but I mean, there's a lot your way that is. Don't know if she's a showstopper, but... it must be a really bad show. Keep wearing your own merch with your own face on it whilst telling yourself that you're this infamous person. It's only going to go well, Elphaba. We are just merely scratching the surface of what I'm going to cover today, because the amount of stuff that she has gone through, done, and admitted to, whilst also not admitted to and apologising, is hilarious. And we're also today going to really peel back the perception of what Elphaba Orion Doherty thinks she is versus what she is, but we always do that because it's quite simple, really. That's what she's like. One of the things that did happen a couple of days ago is that she got banned on Instagram, and I think the reason why she got banned was very ingenuine, where essentially she had posted a bikini photo of herself and she had said that it is body positivity time, and unfortunately what people actually spotted is that she'd edited the photo, so it's a little bit ironic to, you know, body positivity. Nothing more body positive than editing your own photos, and it's fine to edit your own photos. So many people edit their own photos, but don't hide behind a veil of, oh, this is body positivity, because it's not, and it only harms other people who are going through stuff and really have confidence issues. I'm sure she knows that. I'm sure she sees that. She just decides to go against it. Like I said, yeah, she got banned, and she said, hey, all my Instagram got banned due to the trolls. I've appealed. Hope it gets sorted. I'm here for the time being. Which, by the way, she's been sat on the same, like, follower count for quite a while now, so it seems to be going well. She's only growing. Then saying, bye-bye memories, 200k followers, because they've decided to go against it as she doesn't follow community guidelines. Probably to do with the stuff that she does on TikTok, to be honest. Like, yeah, it probably is the haters' problem for you getting banned in the first place, but having to appeal it and people having to Google your name and find out the type of person you are, of course you're going to go against Instagram guidelines because of what you are. On a new Instagram, she's projecting herself as a singer in her bio. One of the things I genuinely do think she does have unlocked, she's surprisingly good at singing. It's a little shame of everything else that's surrounded there, isn't it? It's a little bit of a shame. If there's one thing that I have drilled into you at this point, is that Elphaba loves herself, and she also manages to talk about a lot of her insecurities and things. Meanwhile, she's saying these stuff about how much she loves herself. And I can't tell whether it's blind arrogance from Elphaba's part or she's just trying to perceive herself in a different way, but I've got a perfect example here. 2 clips where she just totally, you know, flip-flops herself.
I've literally overtaken the hashtag now of Elphaba. When you type in Elphaba on Google, my face comes up. That's how I've become. I'm not kidding you. That's crazy. Like, you literally could just search Elphaba now and it will fully just come up with my face.
That's not a good thing, Elphaba. That really isn't. Like, yeah, you're more notorious on Google for the musical, which musicals are known for not being massive, sold out, you know, stadium sort of things. Meanwhile, you get a lot of people that come to you because they realise how much of a weirdo you are. I will just note as well, I mentioned in my last video about her that there was an instance where if you search Elphaba or hashtag Elphaba on TikTok, you will not get any sort of new responses to the fore. Like, there is nothing there. I said that I think it's because she's getting shadow banned by the platform in a last-ditch attempt to save her, maybe, because she's doing TikTok lives, but you go check it yourself. If you filter it by, like, this past week, this past month, you will not get anything new off of her. The most I was getting was around 10 different clips, which I've managed to sift through the filter, but the rest are not there. And I find this really, really weird, because if you go onto these collation sites, these TikTokers who literally just spend their life clipping up Elphaba, so thank you for that. But if you go into any of their pages, they've all got Elphaba in the title, they've all got Elphaba in the hashtags, and she's not getting picked up. I don't know why TikTok are trying to hide her from search. Well, obviously we know why, but it seems very intentional that she has been shadow banned in that instance, but she's still allowed to go on TikTok live streams and do this stuff. Are they saving her or are they silencing her? I don't know.
Along with Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. So you can best believe when Ariana Grande is looking me up, my face is going to pop up. Do you kind of get it now? Like how huge that is.
She's definitely going to be Googling your name, Elphaba. And I'm sure if she sees someone that has done a legal name change to Elphaba because they love a player that much, they will definitely think that she's normal.
When you search up Elphaba,
all of you, go on your Google right now and type in Elphaba. No other things, just type in Elphaba on Google, search bar, and put yes in the chat with a green heart if I pop up.
She's grifting it a little bit, isn't she? I think she's made the point. I'm sure a film star for a West End musical is definitely one of the biggest things on Google right now. It's so insufferable, isn't it?
Now, I didn't call myself Elphaba. I was actually named Elphaba. Because my mum knew I loved the show so much. So she called me Elphaba because I came out as trans.
No, Elphaba, I think you named that yourself when you came out as trans because you really enjoy the show. I don't think your mum has anything to do with it. And if when you did come out at the age of, 17 or 18, and you told your mum, and she made you change your name to a random name, which is Elphaba, I don't know why you're taking that from her. It's kind of your choice at that point, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy, innit? Hi, queens. Let's type in. Right, are we ready?
I remember when I did my last video on her and she ended up watching it and she was so perplexed at the idea that if you click on YouTube, search Elphaba, a load of commentary videos on Elphaba will come up. Almost like she thinks this West End musical is like the next best thing, this new blockbuster, when in fact, Elphaba, you're the reason that I'm doing this video and it's got nothing to do with the film character. I've genuinely cut out half of this because she just repeats the same thing over and over again. It's so stuck up, it's so up your own arse, and it's so sad as well. God forbid the day that I search up the Google term Jake Baz and Jake Baz shows up. And you know, searching up your name and getting the Wicked Witch of TikTok come up on YouTube, I don't think that's a good thing to see, and an iNabba video with 900k views which exposes you as who you are. But it's fine, you're famous. So as we've seen, her ego is tiny. It doesn't exist. She has zero ego, and this is only furthered to the point of that in this clip here.
I am probably the most insecurest bitch you'll ever meet. Honestly, you may think my ego is huge. Honey, deep inside, I'm the most insecure bitch. I have to put on a shield online, on real life. And when you get to know me as a friend, I'm much more vulnerable, in a sense. So, less entitled in a sense. I'm entitled because it's like a shield.
I mean, she's kind of just explaining how everyone is on every social media ever. If you're that insecure, where are all the humble brags coming from? Where are they all coming from, Elphaba? I think you are insecure of yourself as a person because of the way that you must be anxious around everything that you have done in the past that has been horrible to people, and you're trying to run away from it. Plus, your ego's massive. Don't you dare try and lie about that.
It's like a shield. I don't get it. It's like a defense shield. It's like, I'm better than you. Not really. I'm not. I'm very shielding it.
Okay, so you brag because that means that you're not bragging. It's a bit of a weird defense shield, if you ask me, to just do the exact opposite of what you're saying that you're doing. To be fair, I've seen many instances of her doing that, so I should probably shut up.
Because I get so much hate, I have to be like, oh, I'm a queen. I became a bully, I became a negative person, I became a bitch, I became a horrible person when I had negative people around me. Because all I learned.
Well, that's definitely changed, hasn't it? You're a changed person, you're a new person, you're amazing. What is she chatting? What's she chatting? And I don't know, pretending that you're the biggest thing in the world because you're actually the exact opposite on the inside. That sounds like something that you really need to unpack and not just do it on a live stream for attention. Once again, just a thought, Elphaba.
And I became a bitch because of people bullying me. And I surrounded myself with that too much. I've been through a really, really hard time. I've had countless threats, countless people threatening me, you know, I've had it.
And the threats, to be fair, that she does get can be very bad when they're just in a veiled threat with nothing of substance behind them. She gets doxxed, she gets chased around streets, she gets a lot of people confronting her because of the stuff that she's done. And I think it's very right that we should keep people to account when they have done something wrong, but there is a lot of people that will follow Elphaba around and try and cancel her at every corner, dox her at every corner, and that is just so wrong. She shouldn't have a platform, mind you. She definitely shouldn't have a platform, but for her to go on this offence, like she does it so many times, it's embarrassing. And once again, it shows that her ego's massive, and she's doing this for attention. She's just doing it for attention, for sympathy. And I'm sure that always ends up really well. And Elphaba is also known for not practicing what she preaches. Earlier on, we saw it with the essay thing, despite the fact that she has actually given false accusations out before. She also talks a lot about people trying to be nice to her and feeding her nice, positive things, and then she becomes a horrible person on social media herself. And she loves to preach around LGBT rights. And there's only one instance here that I noticed, but she managed to miss Brighton Pride, which I heard that she was going on it about it a lot, you know. It might be a bit that's, you know, quite important to her. But nah, instead she decided to go on a TikTok live stream and get mentioned that, oh, it might actually be on. Always the forgetful soul, Elphaba.
I'll try and be live more, of course. I am enjoying it a bit more. I just get a lot of hate online, so sometimes I like to take breaks.
Once again, wonder why you get a lot of hate, Elphaba. I don't have a clue.
No, I am going to do a classic Elphaba thing. I'm so sorry. Right, I didn't know it was today. I thought it was tomorrow.
What a treat we're being given. What a treat.
I'm sorry. I'm really having a good time right now. I love you.
So yeah, she just panics, turns off, and goes over to Brighton Pride because her roommate has had a go at her. But even when she does go to Pride events, she does get a lot of it, and quite justifiably so, because she is a terrible representation of what is a very positive community. She has definitely weaponized the fact that she is transgender on a lot of reasons as to why she gets hammered so much, and this isn't made better by the people of the likes of like Evil Queen, who will misgender her. She weaponizes it, and I don't want to be on the side who is just hammering her for the fact that she is a transgender person, and I don't really want to get into the specifics of it. She identifies as a female, I will call her a female. That pulls the rug from under her, so she's unable to be like, you're doing this because I'm trans, because I'm not. I'm doing it because you're a prick. But when she does go to these events, she does get a lot of shit. And one example here is when someone is confronting her around the situations that she's been in and not being very nice about it. But it's all on her because she created this situation.
Yeah, you said if ever you see me, you'll punch me in the face. Here's my face, go and punch me in it.
Oh, you're the one who spoke about me.
Yeah, because you're not a trans person.
You're a f***ing asshole.
Is that right?
Fox, hello. You don't do that. Hello,
Really?
Fox. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You ready for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have, that's right. You said you would beat me up. Oh, okay, let's see it. Let's go, bitch.
As you can see, she fully crumbles. She says that she was going to smack this person in the face, and she doesn't. Once again, I don't know why people are attacking her on the fact that, oh, is she trans, is she not? Because if she identifies as a trans woman, that's fine. You don't have to take hormone blockers to identify as that. But I just find it hilarious that she's been confronted after saying that she's going to beat someone up, and does she? No, she folds. Like I said, this trans stuff only further perpetuates the idea that she can have this victim complex around her situation, because nothing that she has done, all of the allegations, everything, scamming fans, all this is not to do with the fact that she's done that. It's because she is this divisive creator who is trans. Well, no, it's when you actually do these horrible things, Elphaba. And it's also when you brag about stuff which are debatably not true, like this.
I got hit on 3 times at night. I got hit on 3 times by weird men in the car. Literally, I was walking. It's like, oh, do you want to come with me? I was like, f off. It was some Arab guy, but...
What's his race got to do with it? I mean, she's already been done for racism, so it's not out of the ordinary for her to say something like this. I thought you liked the attention, Elphaba. You always go on about liking the attention from males. And I'm not saying I'm a looker in the slightest. I don't think I am. But I have never gone out on a night out and got hit 3 times in a row. Just thinking.
I did. I went for it. I was like, you know what? Yeah, come here all. Yeah. And then leave after. So basically, the person said to me, right, I don't, can you kind of call me iconic for this? Because I don't give a f***. Women women queens, trans women queens, right? Ready? The guy wanted... Mum, if you're watching this, cover your ears.
What do you mean, cover your ears, Mum? I've heard you talking about Grindr every week. I think Maria definitely knows about the back-blowing sessions that are going on. God help me. But also, I don't know, I've never had a situation where we're talking about that within 2 minutes. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I'm just not risen up properly like you, Elphaba, but I find it a bit hard to believe.
I know. So, basically, I got so many things for like around 60 quid. When these glasses are like that. And do you know what I did? I did nothing. I left. I was like, thank you, goodbye. And he respected that. I was like, okay, goodbye. And I was like, it's when a woman say that straight to her face, girl.
So, like she says, it would be iconic, but only if it happened. She remembers specifically the amount of money that she got out of them. I don't know how. But how do you think she thinks that she gets these men? It's all through clout. And she thinks that she's got so much of it, as we've shown already. And there's plenty more to come. And how does she get clout? She gets clout by being controversial. And there's multiple instances of her doing that. And it got to the point where multiple people were talking about her, and one example of that is someone called Balegde, who managed to come out and talk about her on a podcast a couple of weeks ago that didn't do very well, like views-wise, but because of the name, she had to stick onto it. She really struggles to have a go at other YouTubers that cover her because we do a very good job at destroying all of the accusations and showing her straight, barefaced lies, but a TikToker that only gets a minute is going to struggle to be able to comprehensively come across with an argument, so I think she just attacks them because it's easier.
I'm from Australia and I visited London for the first time very recently. I was a little bit hopeful that I might bump into one of my favourite influencers. However, I only ran into one person that I recognised.
Oh.
Elphaba. I've flown to...
Hang up.
Yeah, it's not really you want, is it, to show up? If you're going to meet an influencer, at least meet someone that's good. Not literally the devil reincarnate. Max goes on the pod to talk about the situations that she's been in and a couple of the lies that she's been saying and the fact that she has fallen off because she's gone from getting 3,000 views live to about 1,000. And what Elphaba did is she saw this, she panicked, and she thought, I can get a couple of views out of this one, and she responded. On her Instagram, of all places, for some reason. I don't know why she's done it like this.
I'm sorry, okay, one more thing, because I have just had a DM. I don't need Max for clout. I think people are DMing me saying that I need Max for clout. It's funny how he's literally made a video on his podcast to promote his podcast by using my name and talking about me on a video. Because his numbers are dropping.
Your numbers are dropping a bit more, Elphaba, I won't lie. They clipped up a T-Spill podcast. They're talking about famous TikTokers, influencers, and the dramas surrounding them. So, obviously, they're going to talk about you. And I don't get this at all because, like I said, she is less relevant than ever, especially after a certain terrible content creator on YouTube has disappeared. I'm talking about Alex, the disgusting prick.
I'm sorry, he has a platform without me, right? But his podcast, however, has 200,000 followers. He's using my name to grow his podcast TikTok account. It's clever marketing. But questioning someone's trans journey is actually transphobic, so...
I don't think he actually did that. I think what he actually went and done, right, is he's gone and said that she had put out this fundraiser to get transition money so she can transition. And then she went and bought Gucci bags. That's not transphobic. That's definitely exactly what you did because you live streamed doing it. And she could try and peddle this all she wants that Max is being transphobic here. But he's not. He's stating a fact. You took money from your viewers for one thing and then you went and spent it another way because you are a terrible person. That's not dressing it up. That's what happened.
Don't question my journey whatsoever. And that's coming from someone who I spoke to who are trans as well and who are very respected in the trans community. Very respected. There's a lot of trans people agreeing with me, Max. Just saying, babe. Enough talk about him. I can't be asked because people think I'm using him for clout. So I'm not using him for clout. I was just calling him out. We're done now.
Well, you're using him because you're going to get a response from him. That's why you did videos on my videos, because you knew you'd get a response out of me. But the difference is, what we will do is we'll just clap back and just destroy you. Meanwhile, you're just sat there shaking, shiting like a dog, wondering what you're going to do. None of what Max said and none of what I said is inherently transphobic in any way, shape or form. It's highlighting the truths around a situation which you handled yourself. And I think you should go get a room with yourself, because it seems that you're that far up your own ass, you're having a good time with yourself. You should probably do that. Who needs accountability for the millionth time through Elphaba Orion Doherty? One thing that Elphaba is very much a true queen of is her obsession with resentment. She hates everything that happened in the past because her past is very cloudy. She's been around for about 2 years and she's been constantly burning bridges across the entirety of her situations that have gone on, because obviously you're going to do a load of horrible stuff and be an arsehole on the sidelines. Who wants to be around you? And part of that resentment could be seen here.
When I was friends with all these influencers when I started out, right? And then the worst bits when they all dropped me like a brick. So I was friends with like Max Balegde, I was friends with Elphaba Roberts, I was friends with all the big people. And they all just distanced. Like, brick dropped me. And I was like, oh, it's a tough industry to be in, isn't it? Like, when you do one thing out of place online, you are instantly a bad person.
Just a reminder, here she is potentially either talking about, like I said, around the trans thing, where she said that she's going to transition and she needs this money. Then she went and bought a Gucci bag. Either that or the line about autism, line about Tourette's, line about having certain tics. It's one of them too. And I mean, I think they're very droppable as friends, full stop. Like, not even in any sort of industry. Like, legitimately, as a friend, if a friend does that, they are getting dropped. Why would you lie about having serious things, like serious stuff that affect people every single day? But this is Elphaba. She's tone deaf. She doesn't realise the surmountable evidence around her situations which prove her to be a liar and someone who is very horrible. So it makes sense that she got dropped. There's one thing she definitely doesn't have, and that's a brain.
And it's just like, hell. I've got DMs of all these people. I'm never showing them to the public, but girl, be careful who you follow, is what I can say. Because all I'll say is I'm not that kind of person. If you ever get into social media and you get cancelled, I will never drop you like a brick. That's not what I'm like. Because I've been through it myself. And there are some creators on this app that do not drop you like a brick.
You're definitely part of the 1%, Elphaba, because, you know, if you do something that's abhorrently terrible, you're not just going to get dropped from, like, being around someone. You're going to get dropped full stop because you are a horrible person. I'm glad that you, who's someone who's done so many horrible things and has barely any creators that you're friends with now because you've ostracized yourself from them, can go and say that, oh, if you get cancelled, that's fine. You can still be around my circle. And it's like, what? Like, if any of my friends did the sort of stuff that you have done, they would not be my friends, full stop. Like what happened with the unfortunate Alice and Alex situation. I saw what had happened. I had a look at some of the stuff that I'd seen, dropped instantly, because that is just disgusting. And it's not like a public light thing in that, oh, well, behind the scenes, you could be speaking to them. You shouldn't be doing that anyway. That's very simply what you shouldn't be doing. Because, yeah, maybe you don't want to be associated with them in the public eye, but if you think that you can chat to them behind their back, like one-on-one, whilst they're going through this stuff, I find that so socially inept and also very stupid. If any of my friends did that, dropped. If you did that, dropped. Like, it's simple.
Can I just give a special shout out to my queen, King Harry? Anyone love King Harry? King Harry is a queen. I love him so much. Now, he's the kind of creators that I like. He's real. He doesn't drop you like a brick. He is on your side.
The last thing you want in any sort of social media situation is having someone that will be around you no matter what you've done, because that really sets a terrible precedent. That's why people like Diddy can hang around in these areas and get away with it for years. The second that you hear about something that's worth cancelling, you own up to the situation, you talk to the person if you can, and then you drop them if you are friends with them, because obviously you do that in real life. But with Elphaba, it's more about the public perception. It's about the people knowing that she's with certain people, and it really, really irks her that these people have dropped her because she's a And realistically, Elphaba, if I was in any situation where I could affect the way that your platform is handled, you wouldn't have a platform because you don't deserve one. But she loves to go on these defensives after having these situations happen and drop and all this drama. She loves to go on the defensive and say that she doesn't want any drama anymore until the next drama happens, and that she's going to get over it and grow. And it really irks me. And there's another example here from a couple of days ago, because obviously, in every single Elphaba video I've got to do, it's got to be at least one instance where she's like, I'm done with the hate, I'm done with the drama, this isn't happening. And then a couple of days later, she goes and she lambasts someone on the internet. It's so tiring.
I'm still growing, and I just want to grow. You know what I mean? And I'm going to do my absolute best to stay out of as much drama. So I am very sorry about that if you like drama, but I don't anymore.
Is that you just admitting that you love the drama that you put yourself in? Considering some of the stuff, that's quite outlandish to say, Elphaba.
I really hope that, and I do want to say this a lot, I want to ask for your forgiveness for all the past stuff that, you know, has been online. No one has to forgive me, of course, you know. I was a bitch. I was an absolute immature c***. I really fucking was. So I just want to say that to those who want to keep watching and want to keep vibing with me and want to slay, thank you, because I wouldn't be here without you.
So you don't have to accept the apology that she is giving because, one, it's faker, and she does this where she goes quite low tone when she's speaking, when she's apologising for it, and then saying that she doesn't want the drama anymore, even though that's literally what she lives off of. It's the only way that she can get money. Plus, we don't have to accept your apologies, but then whenever you actually speak to other creators that you talk to around the situations that you were in, you say that you've apologised and you're over it now and you've grown as a person. Well, how many times are you going to grow? Does she think she's a beanstalk or something? But she still never learns. Even when she apologizes, she will then go and give some fake reasonings as to why people dislike her, and this is why I dislike her so much.
Why do I get hate? Maybe for the actions I've done in the past, of course, but I haven't really received much more hate recently. Maybe people have seen a change, I guess. I was an immature prick, so that's it really. I did some stuff online I shouldn't have, of course, and I fell into like a whirlpool of drama, and it just kind of overtook me.
Considering the numerous amounts of drama that she's been in that have all been very much different to the last and have all been certain different scenarios, I find it quite hard to believe. Like I said, she's done these sort of apologies before multiple times, and then she's gone away from it. So I sound a little bit standoffish about this because it seems genuine, but that's what she wants. She wants people to believe that she's being genuine, and then a month later she does the exact same thing. She shouldn't be on the platform, so nothing new.
What happened is people started lying about me online and putting things about me online, which is just not okay. And then people believe that. I've heard other things in the past and stuff. So it was just clash. So it was hard to believe what's true and what's not. So recently, I've seen a major change in my audience. My DMs have changed up. My comments have actually changed quite a lot.
Changing your audience because everyone's off because you're not getting the push that you used to get. It's why you barely get 1,000 viewers, and it's why I'm a little bit apprehensive to do a long form video on you because I don't think it'll do too well. Just notice as well, like, the main thing that people actually dislike her for are for the genuine things that she has lied about, that she has done that are terrible, and she has said about 3 words 2 times in this, and then the rest of it has been circumstantial stuff around the situation, like people lying about her. Quite a few people do lie about her, but I managed to sift through that pretty well, and it's quite easy to spot the lies. No one's seen this change in her.
And I'm so grateful for that because I'm seeing a lot more love, and I really appreciate that because I do just want to grow. I just want to grow. I just want to live. You know what I mean? I want to grow up. I'm only 20, and I want to look back at this when I'm 30 years old and be like, who the f***?
Well, you are going to look back in 30 years and think, why was I doing this? And it must be hard to grow when you're constantly shrinking on platforms. I'll let her have that one. She's trying. But then this seems all very sincere, doesn't it? And that she is genuinely owning up to her mistakes, but then she goes on to explain how she's just misunderstood on another live stream. You didn't understand the way that I was scamming my fans by bringing a card reader out whenever anyone came up to us and having to pay to get a photo with me. I'm just misunderstood.
Every person I've met who is my friend still, has always said I am not what people see online. I'm a very misunderstood individual. And the reason why I'm so misunderstood is because there are transphobic people out there who want to set me up for the fail, and then they can use my name and try and tear me down, so then they can feel better about themselves.
The reason I do this, the reason I've done multiple videos, at this point nearing 20 videos on Elphaba Orion Doherty, is because she's a very perplexing character. And she's a very perplexing character in a way where she has done so much wrong and she still thinks she's right. There is nothing in my videos which even insinuate the idea that she is like a transphobic thing. And in fact, I have gone off at people multiple times for doing that. I've already gone off at people in this video for doing that. There's definitely the case where there's a very loud minority of some people who are transphobic that will do this to just try and dig into her and make her feel ruinous around her situation. But it's not about that. It's about what you've done, Elphaba. It's about the way that you perceive others on social media. It's about the way that you project these nastiness and this horribleness to the fore. It's the way you glaze over situations. It's the way that you have managed to lie multiple times about others. It's the ways that you tell people to be positive about you and about things around you. And then I did a video on, you reacted and you said I've got a massive forehead. You insulted my looks that I don't care about. Tell me what you want, because look, coming from you, I genuinely see that as a compliment. The last thing in my brain, because I don't think you're very smart, the last thing that I think is that you're misunderstood. I think you're very well understood, and I think that's the problem. You can't run away from that. Just because you want to try and change now, it doesn't excuse anything that you've done in the past. You should be banned.
From the hurt that they've got inside themselves, and it's a deep hurt. It could be trauma, it could be anything. It could be family, it could be school, it could be college, it could be just a really bad situation for themselves, and they want to, because they're bored, they just want to do it, innit? They might have been trained in school to hate the LGBTQ plus by other bullies themselves who are bullied in school.
No, I feel that transphobic people are just transphobic. I think they're a little bit ignorant, and I think they don't understand, and I think you've got quite a lot of people who are actually trans themselves that will actually hate you and be transphobic themselves. Problem is, you put such a terrible light on the people that you claim to represent that everyone hates you, and you can't run away from it.
So I just want to say that to anyone watching right now, remember to not bully people, because if you bully people, you're not setting the best example for yourself to the universe. And the universe is truly real. What you give back, you get back. Do you know what I'm saying?
Thanks for explaining to me that the universe is real. I didn't know that. Like I said though, the last interaction that I had, she bullied me for my appearance, so I'm not sure she's practicing what she preaches. But yeah, you do get it back, because I did dismantle you totally. And then I managed to make this video. Like I said, you've got a small minority of people that are genuinely horrible and will try and ruin you at every single step. I think that you should be cancelled. I don't think you should be around, and I think that's very evident. And I think even TikTok knows that, seeing as they're silencing you on their app. Especially when you're constantly in scandal. Like, we had this homeless situation that went on couple of days ago. Absolutely brilliant scandal to get into. Basically, because what Elphaba does is she tends to go around the UK, and from what I've gathered, she used something like booking.com and gets like a month rental somewhere, and her and her mum will move into that house for a month or 2 months, and then after that they'll end up moving somewhere else. I don't know, maybe they're a little bit scared of the tax man, I'm not sure. But because she constantly does this, she also constantly gets these horrible people that will chase her and try and dox her, which isn't good. And they have been doing this recently, and they managed to catch her when she got to a new house. So she moved in, she was enjoying herself in this new bathtub. Sorry, it's a hot tub, but I know with the hygiene that must be a pretty bad hot tub now. Fucking hell. Are you a little bit rusty, Elphaba? Then going to say, been kicked out, the haters won, please leave me alone, homeless again, for sake. Because she had multiple instances of this, because people caught on, she got kicked out, then people caught on again. I'm having to get a hotel and find somewhere else as I got kicked out. Thanks for the trolls, you won, happy. Because they find the places, they find the landlords of the places, and they literally show them what she's done in the past to certain houses there. Yeah, it's not really a good look, is it? Going on to say, I'm angry as fuck. You really want to make me homeless. These trolls are evil and transphobic. I cannot deal. I'm sick of it. Then saying this hate group is insane. They want to make a trans woman homeless and care if she lives or it's insane. I cannot take it. my mental health. And like I said, I don't agree with this little hate group that does go around and follow her and try to genuinely just harass her the entire time. Maybe you should put more time into creating a solid case to go to the police so then she can actually get done for her crimes. And also, she is actually genuinely right in saying the majority of the people that do this are these transphobic people, but they are doing it in a way to say, oh, you're not a woman, you're not a woman, you're not a woman. And that's the main thing that they peddle. And when you've got so many different dramas and scandals around you, why would you try and peddle the one thing that she can literally hold on to and be like, you are these type of people, so she can victimize herself? I don't think these people understand what they're doing. Also, just saying, she keeps mentioning that she's going to be homeless even though she doesn't have a home because she moves around so much, and then she's also saying homeless like she can't get a hotel. She does spunk a lot of money, but she definitely has enough money to be in these good places. In Manchester, she was in an apartment that was roughly around £2,000 a month. So if you're struggling for funds a mere couple of months ago, why would you have been spending £2,000 a month on an apartment when you can get somewhere much cheaper? The problem with this is, despite the amount of money she makes, she manages to try and victimize herself further, to the point of even asking charities to help her.
Trolls 1. I'm going to be on the streets from tomorrow because the council has seen stuff. They've seen, they receive messages, and but people don't understand that I'm not safe at my mum's because it's been leaked.
So if your mum's place has been leaked, so you're not safe, you're totally fine with your mum being there?
I can't go back. I can't. Because that can help homelessness. I'm literally homeless from tomorrow. I'm going to be on the streets from tomorrow, and I don't know what to do, and I'm really scared. I'm not being funny yet. Even when I go to mum's, they try and get me kicked out because it's not in my tenancy. Everyone has to understand that my mum's house is in her name, right? My mum's house is in her tenancy. That is her home. If I'm there, one, she could lose her home. I'm an adult now.
Sorry, she just said that her mum could lose her home if she ends up living there because the house is in her mum's name. What the fuck are you on about? Why is she lying about this situation? Like you say, she's crying to get help from the charities, and then she's just straight up barefaced lying about, I can't be in this house because it's in my mum's name. As long as you're not subletting to someone, it's perfectly legal. So why is she even trying to pivot it this way, to try and make herself feel worse and to try and get everyone else to give her more attention? It's not how the law works, and it's not true. It's genuinely just so embarrassing.
Right? 3, I can't be living with my mum. 4, it's been doxed so many numerous times. It's unsafe for me to be there and for my family. My mum's there. As of right now, it's not that unsafe because she's there. When I'm there, people target me, and that's when they go for me. So that's why I can't be there, because I want to protect my mum. My mum can have her own safety, you know what I mean?
And that's fine, but obviously Maria's not a very good person either, so what are we getting at here? But it all ended up being fine. Saying a few updates. 1, I'm seeing a family member I've never met, and I can't wait to meet my other half. My other half's usually not a family member. 2, I've got a roof over my head, so don't worry about that for a while. Sorted something temporary, however, I will keep my locations and stuff like this more private in future. Yeah, very, very smart thing to do, Elphaba. That's generally what you do, full stop. And then also, saying that she's got cameos going, so 50% off, so get them while you can. I'm fine, don't worry. By the way, send me money. 50 quid a cameo for Elphaba as well. You know how tempting that is. Do you know how tempting that is for me? So after this, do you think she doesn't share a private place and where she's going? Well, no. Merely 10 days later, she does an update where she shows off her home. Because obviously, she loves to say one thing and then do the exact opposite.
We have 24/7 security and cameras everywhere in the house. Darling. We've got a lift as well for anything we want to come up as well. And we have security cameras all out through the house. Right here.
Right, she's got a food shoot in there, so is that a hotel? Or is that somewhere very permanent with loads of security cameras? Like you say, loads, despite not seeing one there. Like this here, this lift button. Yeah, that is definitely a security camera. I think what she's actually showing as well is an iPad with an intercom on it. So she thinks that security is intercom. No, that's called a doorbell, Elphaba, and you'll be using it a lot when you order a load of Uber Eats that you'll be lying about hating. I do think that she has manufactured, well, no, she hasn't manufactured this situation, but she has made it seem a lot worse than what it was because she had plenty of money. Because if you look at the house that she'd moved into, that ain't cheap. She has had money. She has had money for a while. She burns a lot of it, but she does have a lot of money. So for her to even suggest that, oh, I'm going homeless, things like that, it's so insensitive to people who are actually homeless. She's done it in the past where she said that she's going homeless and then didn't end up doing it. It's so embarrassing. But at least she seems to have settled down now, and she's settled down to the point where she's back to her old self, such as singing, which, like I said, she's pretty good at singing. That's one of the only things that I will give her that's positive, but not like this. You go, girl. Singing with that broom. You go. I'm not going to show it as well, but she says that she's releasing a song which is going to be a Defying Gravity, like, house remix, and I don't want to hear that ever, and I don't think you do either, so let's keep that on the down low. Her confidence is definitely coming back because she's starting to go on these rants where she wants to now go on meet and greets and do meet and greets again, which, I mean, they happened so well last time, didn't they? Because you were charging £5 for people to take a photo with you. It's also nice to see that your social anxiety has sorted itself out after you say multiple times that you have it, and it doesn't, and it affects you to a lot of different points. Never mind, she's never lied about anything. I'm wrong.
I really want to do, and I really just want to arrange this so bad. A meet and greet. I want to meet you guys. I literally meet you in the streets all the time. I literally meet you when you come up to me. But what about if we just all literally made a community together? What if we actually got this live in real life?
She's obsessed with creating communities for some reason, and the community that she has is just negative and horrible. And the majority of the people that actually do stand by her after all of this are very young children, so she's on about doing a meet and greet. Well, you better enjoy the mum and dads there. Will you charge £5 in that instance? I don't think you will.
And have everyone come. Wouldn't that be so cool? Oh my god. I'll think about it. I don't know what to do, but we'll try it. I would love to do a meet and greet. Meet actual people and talk, and it'll be lovely. BGT, I would so love that. I would love that so much. Thank you from the bottom of my... I had 5,000 beautiful people in here today, so thank you for your absolute support, love, and I wish you all the support and love. I'm so grateful.
You're always so grateful, Elphaba. You always are. And I mean, a meet and greet sounds brilliant. I'll be there. Hopefully no like iDubbbz moment. Not in that way, but with the support. Oh, thank you, my 5,000 people for showing up. Thank you. Yeah, she does that all the time. And that's only when she's getting gifts. Because she seems to have stopped the TikTok begathon for gifts, but I mean, it's only temporary. There's still time. And then, sorry, I've got to do it just for the laughs, like genuinely just for the laughs. But I saw a clip of her where she goes on about how she wants a perfect idealistic man. And considering how much of a genuine catch she is, I wonder what she wants. Not that I've already reacted to like 5 videos, so I expect it to be big.
I like men with money. I like a man who knows what to do in a situation. I like a man who can drive. I like a man who can buy me some designer. I like a man who can buy me any makeup I want.
A lot about money, Elphaba. Are you a little bit obsessed with money? Is that why you were doing giveaways? Is that why transitions, Gucci bags, that sort of thing? The materialistic things that don't make sense. Personally, I would prefer a woman with a bit of character to them, but the nice kind of character, not like you. Also knows what to do in a situation. What the fuck are you on about? That's pretty broad spectrum.
I like a man who can defend me and protect me against any scary men. I like a man who's a naughty noo-noo. I like a man who is way older than me as well.
So she wants a 40-year-old with money who's a naughty noo-noo. If you haven't heard that one, that's one of her catchphrases. I don't know why she says it. It's so cringe. It must be some kink thing, like Tubby Custard, which is what is on. It's from the childhood show, but obviously she's got a bit more sinister intentions with that, because yeah, Tubby Custard is also on the show, and slime. She's got a little bit of a kink for slime. If you haven't seen that, keep it that way.
And muscly abs, gym. What else? The accent doesn't matter, but I like a Scottish man.
Accent don't matter, but she's ridiculed my accent multiple times. Yeah, I'm sure. If you want a man who's really physically fit as well, you might want to be on that level peg, you know? Just a suggestion.
Because at least I'll always be talking to him, because Scottish people never shut up, and I love it.
I mean, good luck to her with how much of a catch, like I said, that she is. She's a 10 out of 10. There's going to be no way that anyone is not going to be wanting to get down them avenues, you know. I'm sure her DMs are absolutely stuffed with 10/10s. She needs a man who knows how to handle a situation as well, because she seems to destroy herself in every single situation that she gets in. All I'm going to say is I'm proud of her, and good luck. Another thing that she's been doing recently, which I absolutely love, to be honest, because she's been doing it for years now, and I've seen about maybe 60, 70 clips of it, is where she will go and order some food, and she will be on TikTok Live while she does it, and she'll do some method acting, you know, because she is a drama student after all at heart. Basically, in these clips, what she'll do is she'll pretend that she hates the food, so then she ends up refunding the food, getting all the money back for it. But it's just so funny to watch, because it happens at least once every couple of weeks, and it shows how desperate she is to get that refund, because she can show the full video of, oh, look at me, I was genuinely disliking it. Just another instance where she's got brilliant morality.
It's alright.
The noises are genuinely harrowing from her eating. It gets me every time. Look at the face that she's pulling, man. She's had enough. Like, it is just the camera stares where she's like, and she said about 2 words in this. What a riveting fucking live to be watching.
I am going to be on the toilet later. Oh, goodness.
And yeah, she goes on to complain, get the money back. Brilliant.
I know. Let's treat ourselves. Let's see if it's worth it.
Seems to like this £36 spaghetti, doesn't she? Well, that tune changes up.
It's too pretentious. This pasta is so hard. I'm not going to complain about it. That's something I don't do. I'm not going to ask for a refund. No. They've taken time to cook this. I'm not doing that. No, I'm not going to complain. I'm not like that, because they've worked so hard to cook this.
You've said that many a time, haven't you, Elphaba, and then you've gone and done it.
I don't want to complain, because I'm just going to seem like a rude person. But it's really bad. I can't eat that. It's so bad.
She's had about f***ing half of it, and she's saying that she can't eat it. That's why she was like, yeah, it's changed up a little bit, hasn't it? I wonder why. Maybe because it was 36 quid.
I can't eat that. It's so bad. But you agree with me on the price though, it's a bit much. 36 quid. Good. If it was good, fair enough.
A so-called potentially homeless person complaining about a £36 bowl of spag bol. Maybe don't buy a £36 bowl of spag bol.
I'm gonna be respectful about it. I'm sorry, I have to do it. I don't want to be horrible, I don't want to be rude. I'm just very fussy with my eating. I'm not a massive fan of this food. I haven't had too much of it. I don't want to. I know you've worked so hard. I'm so sorry. Is there a way to get a refund for this? Possibly. I'll pay for the drinks though.
It was going to happen all along. We all knew that. And that's why she was immediately in that first sentence, without interrupting the guy, was like, I want a refund. And the reason you want a refund is because you were gonna do that anyway, weren't you? I usually see this on live where she orders food and then complains about it, but like seeing it in real time is actually hilarious. She's a lot more polite in front of the person. I know they spent a lot of time giving me a refund. Like, come on, Elphaba, you're better than this. You're very, very low on the bar, but you are a little bit better than this, Elphaba. I won't lie. Please, try be better. Maybe it's potentially just that even the food doesn't like her, so it's trying to crawl back up to get away from her. At least she only had half the bowl before she started complaining. But there is one big elephant in the room which I haven't addressed throughout the entirety of this video, and that is her certain trip that she did a couple of days ago with Chelsea Leah. How do we even scratch the surface of this one? CLA is a very divisive character as well. She is arguably just as bad as Elphaba for the outburst, for screaming, for saying certain things that she definitely shouldn't be saying on a live stream because she was drinking. She's a massive, massive problem, and another one of them creators which should probably be off the site for their own good. Her and Elphaba have had loads of spats in the past, and it really has been bad, and there's been so much flung at a wall around this entire situation. Always has been, always will be. They seem to hate each other, but always seem to be around each other. It's so weird. It's like a big clout monster. And well, they met up, and the drama outside of it is exactly what you'd expect.
Legs 11. Woo!
Great, the two worst people you know have shown up together. This night out then led to a 5 a.m. spag ball session whilst on live, because obviously you have to track absolutely everything you do in your life, or what are you doing. Obviously, Elphaba's mum's got to be there as well to enjoy these sights and see the people, and also probably protect her a little bit. CLA is a massive loose cannon, and, well, it just gets progressively worse.
Thank you, darling. Always like this. I'm always like this.
Oh, don't say he, she, you idiots, darling. Sorry, Alfred.
Aw, thank you, darling.
Is that a rare progressive W for CLA? What is she doing? Never mind, she's done this in person before and then gone back on it during live streams by herself, so... yeah, it's just performative.
Yeah. When I'm like this, I'm normal, innit? It's like you've never seen me normal, is it? Alpha's never seen me normal. I've always had. Oh, sure.
Yeah, this is chill.
Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah.
We don't need anything.
Yeah. I've got subscribers on Instagram, but I don't know how to declare my taxes or whatever. But I don't even know what I'm doing. Even the TikTok shop, I'm pretty close.
We can help.
There's so much like stuff. You know, when you're illiterate, though, it's very, you know, you don't have a computer.
No, I understand.
And it's just like, it's like, oh.
Sorry, did CLA said she's illiterate? How's she doing TikTok lives? How's she reading? What's going on? She is dyslexic. We will mind that, but I mean, fully illiterate's a bit different. Also, Elphaba saying that she can help with money troubles. Nah, I don't think you can, love.
So hot though, isn't it?
Oh, it has.
Really
Boiling.
melting.
Wow.
But that weather's been crazy, isn't it? It's so hot.
Do you think so? Yeah.
It's a bit cool in here. So we go this way.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think that with these it's a lot better.
Just seems like the shit praise ever, doesn't it? And I mean, it's on TikTok Live as well, so even better. If any of you were watching that, I'm sorry. CLA then keeps up with this act of just trying to be genuinely really nice to her, which turns out not of a good idea, considering we love a bit of foreshadowing, don't we?
You've lost loads of weight. She's lost so much weight. You have though. Like, I think you've definitely lost.
The gym a bit, actually.
Yeah.
So many.
Oh, darling. Let me see if I can. They both look very well tonight. Yeah, absolutely. And Alpha's skin looks amazing. I can't believe it. All her skin has just cleared up so much.
It's what happens when the majority of all of your skin problems are because you don't shower.
You never got like spots or nothing no more. Spot bar has disappeared. She's gone.
Elphaba's wounded there, but seriously, she can't be looking more clean than me at this point. This is quite embarrassing. So yeah, the charm offensive always works, especially when 2 months before she was saying stuff like this to her.
See the attitude. I know you can go and say whatever you want because this is the attitude and it happens all the time and it's so disrespectful. You've been in my house. I've paid a lot of money. I've took you places. I've put myself out. Let your mum just relax, man. You know how famous she is? Things like that will annoy me. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get her moved so she's somewhere. She wants to be in London. She needs to be in London. Yeah, but you're a famous TikToker. There's people that'll help you, Elphaba.
No one's helping you, Elphaba. You're lost now. You're lost. I don't know why she's lying like that to you, but bless her. She's giving a lot of eye contact to the camera, so she's speaking to the soul of me here. I just love our Elphaba as well. She looks like a child that's being told off right now. Definitely not a fan of the situation.
And put that barrier on and go. You still need to respect people as well. And I'm telling you, your mum as well. You and your mum love each other. Yesterday was an emotional day when you was live singing. I get all that. It's brilliant. You know, I'm Chelsea, innit? I'm another TikToker. I've got my own shit. I'll try and support you. I've got more love for your mum than you, to be honest. Because
you're both about 40 and you're both bellends. But yeah, both times didn't end up very well for Chelsea Leart because she has a mouth and she likes to use it. Not like that. She likes to dribble her way through certain words to get to what I would say is a sentence. And she loves to absolutely expose Elphaba every single time she meets her. So from that one from the last clip, this is what came out of it.
Elphaba did not offer me or her mother a drink. So then I've used my Uber again on my PayPal to order a taxi home. So I'd spent about £60 in taxis just to get to the place and back. When we got back home, I then, out of my money, paid £60 for pizza because Elphaba was hungry. We was all hungry.
Explains why she was doing the spag bowl this time round. Cheap, innit? Cheaper. Much cheaper.
But because she wants pepperoni and she wants her own pizza, so I had to get Elphaba a £30 pizza, and me and Maria had a margarita.
Great way to lie your way through something like that. 60 quid for 2 pizzas doesn't happen anywhere.
Just because I make money on TikTok, whatever you're thinking. Maria's come to me. Oh, Chelsea, please come. Elphaba, do you know what was in that gummy? Oh, get out of here, you little rat, darling.
You spend all your money on so you can't talk, and also you got debts to pay. So why don't you focus on your debts that you gotta pay and not me?
Pretty base from Elphaba saying, why did you spend any money on me? That's quite based. But God, it's child's play, innit? It's absolute child's play. And then this time round, she insinuates to the point of Elphaba stealing her phone. Bit of an out one, but not really in the realms of non-possibility for Elphaba Orion Doherty.
Are you not listening to me? My phone has gone.
Followed by about a minute of her just looking round her house with, I don't even know, this is so weird, a lot of paintings trying to find it. So whenever these two meet up, there's always problems and stuff always happens. And I can't wait to see what happens next because they will end up meeting again, won't they? If stuff like that has happened before and they ended up meeting 2 months later, there's only going to be much, much worse to come. Elphaba is someone who will always perplex me on TikTok because they are someone who has constantly led themselves to be cancelled by themselves by doing their own thing. They never learn from any of the mistakes. They barely ever apologise, and then they go down the same lanes again and again and again. Like I said, I've covered Elphaba now for about 20 videos and nearly a full year, and every single time that I cover her, it's getting more and more sparingly because I'm kind of getting sick of her, but the exact same things happen again. I genuinely do believe she is TikTok's worst creator because I've not seen another TikToker like a plain TikToker. She is just a TikToker. It was caused this much drama, this much scandals, and gotten away with it. And not just only gotten away with it, actually thrived through it. They've managed to buy Gucci bags of it. They've managed to live this lavish lifestyle and brag about it on the internet, and also say how much they love their fans, even though their fans don't like her. She's the definition of a hate watch, because if she's got 5,000 people in there, there's going to be about 4,000 of them that actually despise her and want her gone from the platform, and very, very rightly so. She has a pattern on TikTok where she will get exposed for something, she will at first just totally deny it. Once it becomes undeniable at the point, she will scream, she will shout, she will have a go at everyone, and then what she'll do is she'll get on a high horse, say about how everyone's just being phobic towards her, and then move on from it like, I'm a new person, I'm grown from this situation. You've never given yourself any sort of reflection point because you're on TikTok live 24/7. Because of this, you never learn from anything that you do. You constantly say the same things over and over again on TikTok live and expect different circumstances, which by definition is actually the definition of insanity. There's unfortunately quite a few people that do actually know of her and talk about her, who go on these circles. They try and follow her, they try and stalk her in a sense, see where she is, what she's doing, where she lives, and gets everything destroyed around her. And I don't agree with that situation. I think you go to the police and you sort it out there. For questions of where she wants to go and what's next for her, I genuinely don't know, because at this point, I am genuinely getting sick of having to cover her and seeing nothing change about her. Not just in the way that she apologizes or gets on with things, it's the exact same patterns of behavior that you see so many times with so many other instances. She gets banned, she guilt trips, and then she goes and meets people that she hates, and then she gets hated on, and then it just keeps going and going and going. What, how many times is this going to happen? I could just hope that one day she does get caught for some of the stuff that she's doing. I hope these allegations turn out to not be true, but if they are true, this goes through the court of law and they get justice, Harley, for this situation. And I think she really needs a humble pill. She needs a humble pill, and she needs a fat humble pill that she'll swallow, and she'll be this brand new person, this perfect Peter, if you say. Will she ever get humble though? No, she won't. Will she ever grow from any situation that she's in ever? No, that's not going to happen. And it's just going to spiral. This is the story of Elphaba Orion Doherty. This video took an absolute age to record and get sorted, so if you enjoyed the video, please do consider hitting the like button and subscribe if you're not. I'm obviously going to cover her in the future, and I'd love to see you back for new instances of content that maybe is more than just this scab. But for now, I've been Jake Baz, and I will see you all later. Take care.